One line from A Course in Miracles, chapter 30, we can see and understand our brothers with forgiveness and thus return to communication. Communication being that state of unity in which we have a shared understanding and a shared goal of resolution, of peace, of forgiveness, of patience, of wanting to move forward in a way that works well for both people, where we can both be seen and heard. And forgiveness in this case being a relinquishing of our judgment. And what is our judgment but a reflection of our own script of what life should look like, of what other people should be like, of what somebody else should say to you, should do with you, should do for you, how they should act in your life in order for them to be deemed valuable enough to stay in your life. And all of these judgments we have about how a parent should parent, how a partner should partner, how the world should treat you, it engenders all of our judgment of you didn't do this well enough, you didn't give me enough of this, you didn't say this to me the right way. All of this brings about our anger, our bitterness, our judgment, our resentment, our state of righteousness in you didn't do this for me, or you didn't do it right, and thus I get to play victim and stay in my state of I'm angry with you, or I resent you, or I'm bitter because nobody does this right. This is all our script of what people should be doing or how they should be. And it stops us from coming back inside ourselves and looking at the interpretations of life that we have, looking at the spaces in which we do have open wounds from childhood where somebody did cause pain. And instead of going inside, we just project righteous anger onto others in a continuous pattern. And so forgiveness is us setting down all of the scripts of should. You should be this, you should say this, and just exhaling for a moment, putting a pin in that. Because of course, it's healthy to have boundaries. It's healthy to be able to say, I would love to be treated like this. I want to be cherished. I want to be nourished and taken care of and appreciated and respected, obviously. But when we are running scripts of judgment that keep us in a state of anger, pain, resentment, loneliness, bitterness, it's worth it if we want to come to a space of peace to put a pin in that and really go inside, because inside is where the healing happens. We can't heal when we're busy projecting our pain and our anger onto other people. And so forgiveness in this sense is to see our brother with forgiveness is to remove the scripts of should. Remove the scripts of you should be this in order for me to feel okay. You should say this in order for me to feel loved. You should do this in order for me to feel safe. We need to find the safe, the loved, the okay inside ourselves, completely apart from whatever somebody else says or does or bees. And that is our practice of forgiveness in this moment, so that we can come to that space of I'm always okay, I'm always safe, whatever somebody else says, because other people's words and behaviors, at the end of the day, they're not personal. When we get to the deepest layer of other people's actions, it's nothing to do with us. Same with us. When we act in a certain way, when we're honest, it's nothing to do with the other person. It's our own interpretation of who we are, of what we think we need, of what we think we know, and what we think the world is in relation to us. Is it an enemy? Is it something we have to defend against? Or is it benevolent and offering opportunities and gifts through every challenge? It's our interpretation. So nothing is personal. And when we forgive in this sense, we're simply removing our script of judgment from the world and taking that courageous shift of perception from outside to inside and being really honest, taking inventory. Where am I hurting? Where do I need tenderness? Where do I need to set some boundaries so I can really take a deep breath and stop being in fight or flight mode? Where can I go inside and really help my inner child and help myself feel okay, feel at peace, and feel safe as I walk through this world regardless of what somebody else says or does. That is the inner work, and that is the forgiveness. So this one line from A Course in Miracles, we can see and understand our brothers with forgiveness, is to understand them without our judgment, to understand them without our should, and to understand ourselves from an internal perspective of tenderness, patience, love, and honesty. And that can place us back in a space of community, communion, communication, safety with each other, being actually seen and heard, and not just screaming our stories at each other. I hope this helps. Have a beautiful day.